Inspired by a mobile escape room project done at the Stanford University, the digital escape room incorporates content from textbooks and studying curricula into gaming elements such as puzzles and timers. This allows learners to develop their critical skills, problem solving, collaboration, and communication skills. Students studying education as a subject engage actively with learning materials and solve clues to exit the room.
I've always been the kind of person who wanted to do learning a little bit differently. I despise the sort of talk and chalk lecture style lecturing. And some would say maybe you're in the wrong profession then. But I do think I like classes that are engaging. I want to hear the thoughts of my students. And I also believe that there are different skills that's needed, different dispositions and values in this current society that we have. And paper-based tests that specifically only focus on content, by remembering things that we've learned is not sufficient to understand what learning has taken place with students. So it kind of uses that hidden object vibe to the escape room, but it really is about taking the clues, or making the clues rather, into puzzles. So instead of asking what is 3 plus 5, you might turn that into a word riddle if you're using mathematics as part of your game. Or for instance, having a light bulb to represent light energy if you're doing something in relation to natural science. So not just saying light energy is one type of energy, but using these kinds of symbols. And there's always a story when it comes to the escape rooms.
The students are thrilled with this new method, which they say will lead to a deeper learning and understanding experience.
I intend to implement in my own teaching practice, and I would love to be a part of the process to continue developing this and including it and encouraging more teachers to get on board with this endeavour, because there is so much potential behind it to access the higher levels of the learners, of Bloom's taxonomy for the learners, to get them thinking along a creative space and not just on a recollection and remembering space.
Through doing this as student teachers, when we wrestled with this, it kind of taught me that I need to go into this with my learners, embracing learning and the difficulties with learning. Because the moment you feel uncomfortable, you want to give up. But actually, the gold there is when you lean into the learning, when you lean into the discomfort, and then from there you experience the victory. You feel the elation when you get out of the room. So I haven't implemented it in a classroom yet, but I have every intention to do so next year.
With the digital age in play and technologies evolving, Davids hopes that the escape room experience will reach a wider audience.
Is there, to engage in a way that we can actually make it part of the curriculum. I think the escape room has relevance in all levels of education. How it is designed, how you incorporate the objectives of learning will be the important piece. So, for instance, the difficulty of the puzzles, of course, would increase as students are older. Younger students might not necessarily be, ready to create their own escape rooms as an assessment, but in the tertiary space and also in high school, they could design their own escape rooms to demonstrate their learning.
While she might be training teachers to play a significant role in society, Davids believes that learning can also be fun for adults. Amahle Dutoy, SABC News, Stellenbosch.